Okay, let's start with angle. So as a definition, angle is formed by two rays. So here you need to understand that it's formed by two rays with a common starting point. And this common starting point has a name called as vertex. Vertex is the common starting point of the two rays, and arms are the two rays' name. So if there are two rays which forms an angle, it always does. Those two rays are called as arms. I'll give an example. So we have first ray and the second one. Ray 1, ray 2, indicated with a starting point and an arrow. So say this is point A, this is P, and this is Q. This is your vertex. Okay. So in this case, in our example, it's point A. And the two arms, in our case, it is PA and AQ. Is this correct? No, it is AP. We always have to start with the starting point, the vertex, and move on to the, that is how you name a ray basically. So from starting from the origin or starting point, you move on to the other point. Okay, got it? Now let's try, getting used to the idea of an angle with the help of our game. So we have the turtle again. So we are looking at use the turtle to create an angle by turning, then explore the terms vertex and arm, identify the vertex at the point where the turtle is direction and the arms as the two path segment forming the angle. Okay, so let me just make the turtle move. So you have here our command center. This is where the turtle is. I think that's good enough. And a bit of zoom will help you guys to see what I'm doing. Okay, so let us make it move forward. I'm trying to draw an angle basically. So let's make it go forward by say 110 unit. And then I'll turn a bit left, I guess. So we have turn some left. And then I'll move again. Forward, say 30. A bit more actually. I think that's safe. Yeah. So let's look into this. Let's name it. Let's look at the angle formed by this. Don't think much about the path. So we'll consider this as our vertex. This is our A, for example. And I'll draw arrow. And I'll name them P and Q. So here our vertex is what actually I should have asked you guys, not told you. But anyways, yeah. Can you guys tell what's the vertex over here? Correct, point A. And what are the arms? Correct. AQ and AP and AQ. Now, we need to name the angle, right? So we can just name the angle using the vertex or using 3 points, one on each arm and the vertex in the middle. And the symbol that we use is this. This represents an angle. So let me do this. Let's go back to this particular diagram. How all can I name it? I can just name this as angle A. Let me write a bit neater. Angle A. or I can go with PAQ or angle QAP. This is very important. People might get confused if we change the order. Will something happen? No, it won't happen. What is important is A is in the middle. Okay. Order of P and Q can change. A has to be in the middle. Right, all good. Now let me draw the diagram for this actually. Angle B, there is an angle B. Okay, I don't want this thick. So I know that this is angle B. This is the point. Let me change the color. That's the point. And then we have DBE. So I can name this as D, B. This can be RE. This also can be read as EBD. Again, look at the order. E, then go on to the vertex and then the other arm. EBD or DBE. Here PAQ, QAP. The arm, vertex and back to the arm. Other arm actually. Arm, vertex and the other arm. So this is the naming convention. Okay. So this is to do with this diagram. This is example 2 in some sense. And this is to do with the statements. Okay, you can draw both. So see, everything has a size. What I mean is, how much you turn is also pretty important. So a turtle was going straight and then it turned a bit left, is it not? So let's make it a turn a lot. So let me do this now. Turn. So sum is over lot. Right. And let's make it go a bit forward. Right, can you see that? So it was pointing this way. I happen to turn it a lot more than what originally it had turned. So what I'm trying to teach over here is that the turning amount of turning is also something that we have to keep in mind. Right? If I have a object that I want to hit, the turning is important. I can't have the toy gun, point somewhere else. It has to be pointed towards this. I can't have this or pointing towards this, away from it basically. So how much turn, the question of how much turn is where our degree and protractor, this is a protractor, this is the bigger one. Actually, it's not the bigger one has 170, 180, 190. I just copied and pasted it 2 times. So basically you can think of it as this part. That is a bit more convenient. Okay, it's not working. Yeah, that's better. That's supposed to be what you might have in your box, or it can be a full circle as well. Not an issue. Not an issue. I mean, that is actually better. This is half the one. You can use this to measure whatever angle you want to. So it's possible with this as well. So size of an angle, that is amount of turning. It measures the amount of rotation needed to move one ray to the other, but not influenced by the arm's length. Okay, this I will be talking in time. So you guys can copy that though. The unit we use to measure this is degrees. I'll just talk about unit. This will make sense. See, if I tell 10 centimeter and 10 meter and 10 kilometer, can you walk 10 centimeter? Easily. Can you walk 10 meters? This also is not that hard. When you walk 10 kilometer, it's possible, but it is hard. Same way, how this, this written part, this unit, right? These are units. How this influences, what we're talking about. 10 might be it can be a number. How much it is in what unit is important. So if someone is talking about any angle, they indicate it with degree. How much is 1 degree and all of that, that we'll understand in time. So full rotation is 360 degree. And the tool that we use is protractor. And it divides a circle into 360 equal parts or a semicircle into 180 parts. So this we'll understand in detail. But yeah, this is a good introduction to angles. Let's stick to this. So angles has two main components, 2 arms and 1 vertex. When we are naming an angle, we always have to start with one of the arms, go to the vertex and the other, or you can just stick to the vertex itself. When to use what? That I'll explain. If you want to be safe, you always can use the lengthier version. Arm, vertex, arm. So this, I'll make a note over here, I guess, somewhere here. Always go arm, okay, vertex, and the other arm. So this is the funda. Right? Yeah, I think size of an angle, this is something that we'll be learning in the last 2 topics. So this, you guys can just have it, keep it in mind, and we'll come back to this later. Okay, now you can have a look, write what you think is important.